Adam.
And I'm Josh.
And I want to welcome you to a very special episode of the Breaking Bread podcast today, because we're going to be showing you a little bit about the behind-the-scenes bit of the music video.
I think we're going to be showing them a lot of it. Because I was filming continuously. Because what a production, man. What a song. What a production. What a video.
That's all you were doing. You were just filming the behind-the-scenes.
I was,
filming for your own... For
these guys?
Yeah, so it's not us talking about balls and pubes and bodily fluids. It's going to be hopefully something slightly insightful, admittedly just about a shitty Daft parody song, but it might be interesting for you to see the scope of kind of what went into making it.
And we haven't seen this footage yet, so we're on this journey with you. Should we get into it?
Who put it together?
Georgia Boy.
Oh, right, okay. Naturally, the producer.
Let's get into it.
Can we go? Let's get it.
All right, day one on set with old Adam.
Trying to avoid the dog poo or the deer poo or whatever
Dear
it is.
man, look at that view.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit strange, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling optimistic, I think.
It's the most Yorkshire set ever, isn't it?
Fucking Gandalf, man. We might have overcooked it on the old hair and whatnot.
You want it to look old, mate. This is it.
Maybe it'll brush this back out of my face, I don't know.
Day one, shot one of what's it called again? The song?
Grab the mince pies, Sonny. That's funny. I was me trying to be old. Yeah, grab the mince pies. I think working title might just be mince pies. We'll see. It's gonna be touching me up between every scene. You just realise.
That's a job.
You see me staring at you. I'm just looking at you, mate. I'm not. You don't want me. You see me staring into your eyes.
Yeah, you're less attractive than normal, mate. That's what she's saying.
So everyone apart from Mrs. Beard, she'd be loving it. She'd be like, "Come on, let's go for a quick one in the woods."
So we thought we had all the props, but he's just decided he wants to say walking stick. So I'm just seeing if Julie, who owns his house, is gonna.
Diva about it. I'm just saying like it would be more.
No, when we switched camera off, you were saying get a prop, get a
I suppose
cane.
somebody that has as much muscular development as me and takes so much pride and so much time exercising, I probably wouldn't have any mobility issues in older age, so maybe I don't need the prop.
Basically like Arnie, aren't you really? When he takes top off later on, he's ripped up.
Ripped old man.
This is my shacket that looks like an old man's. Fucking granddad's jacked. You've got that much prosthetics on. You can wear an extra large jacket now.
Well, this is what it'd be like once I've done a load of fucking tren when I'm like 40 years old. This is what I'll be like when I get to 70.
Does that mean your dick will start working again?
No, that's never going to work again.
How bad is it, Adam, that we were supposed to start shooting 1 hour ago, so we're already at least 5 or 6 shots behind?
I'll tell you what, I'm not paying overtime. I'm not that kind of boss. Starting to see now why it is in fact going to take 2 days, yeah.
Adam looks fucked. The flower. Yeah, but Adam does as well.
What's going on?
Yeah, I'll go get lunch. I can sort that out.
You ain't got enough broom in your car for my lunch, sucker. Quite difficult to be emotional to a camera, you know, but apart from that, it's I think that I look old and haggard, don't I? So the emotion's kind of baked into my face at this point.
Yeah.
We've got Freya to thank for that.
Freya looks very cold.
Hey, you feel alright?
I feel good, mate. I feel happy that you.
Do you know why that is? Because you're not doing anything.
I am.
You're doing
What's
not
my
one
job,
single
Adam?
thing.
What's my job?
Just to make sure I don't have a hissy fit on my uppercut somebody, throw them in that fucking lake.
I'm literally your chief carer.
Action.
My flat shirt's out fucking horrible tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm telling you what, kid, I can't wait to get this make. It looks like I'm about to have a stroke. Actually, it seems like I'm halfway, 50% of the way through. Don't know how Jim Carrey did it in the old Grinch.
3, 2, 1.
All right, that's a wrap on day one. Just a small matter of getting Adam's makeup off now.
The worst part about this is like it's got to go back on tomorrow.
3. Just let me know if it's pulling or anything.
Pull my actual hair off. Not much of it left anyway.
That's fetching, that, mate.
Oh, that feels nice.
Just let me know if anything's pulling or hurting or anything.
He's dead inside, look at him.
Only my soul, yeah, after this shoot.
I think that was. I think you've done a flattering job of day one there, George, because I remember the vibe from this man. We were stood outside all day, freezing.
It was like a 12-hour day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you think about it. Yeah, there's a lot of weight. Although we really shouldn't complain because the camera crew, especially Josh Davies,
yeah.
he had to use like exoskeleton thingy, didn't he? He might get on the second day or whatever, the big.
Oh, the easy rig.
Yeah, so that he could. So I thought, oh man, this dude's he's gonna have a hunchback by the age of like 42 or something.
We went all out on production though. Like when people see those cameras there, for those that don't know, that's like a Arri Alexa cinema camera with like anamorphic lenses. So we went top of the range.
I didn't pick it up. Like you were like, I feel how heavy it is. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm not being responsible for smashing this. And they said the lenses were as, if not more expensive than as expensive as the actual camera.
The lenses we had, like the case, there was like over £100,000 worth of lens there, rented, obviously. Crazy, mate. What does it feel like having the prosthetics on?
Not nice.
It feels sort of heavy.
Yeah, well, it's mostly about like everywhere else was all right. I suppose because there's not much of my face on display, you have to cover like this amount. But around the eyes, I think it's kind of odd because it feels like you've been stung by a bee or something, and like your eyes are swelling up, which is also Freya gave me a bit of a wonky eye there. I don't know if that was on purpose, right? But I think it just felt like one eye, I can't remember if it was the right or left, felt like it was kind of half closed.
It was half closed, as you said in that previous shot there. I feel bad for Freya, though, because it took 2 hours to get those prosthetics on and about an hour to get them back off again. So she had 3 hours within inches of his mouth, stinking of like stale coffee and whatever salad he had for lunch that day.
Yeah, I suppose that's part of the job, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it comes with the territory, right?
Yeah, she said that she had worse clients than me, so that's, at least I'm at bottom of the list.
Are we going into day 2 now?
Yeah, going to day 2. Let's have it.
Look at that for a transition. Day 2, let's go.
You overexpose that.
What do you mean?
He's a professional
It's
videographer.
auto, it's on auto.
Yeah,
look.
well, exactly. What are you doing shooting on auto? Why does it look so yellow as well?
Who's gonna? All right, day 2 then. So on the shot list today, it's all in the cabin. We've got an emotional scene, which at this point you'll have already seen, where hopefully Adam can cry. Are you prepared for that, Adam?
Yeah, I'm just going to think about the performance of the podcast. that should be all it takes to make me cry.
All right, it's 2 hours later. Almost 10 o'clock. You over it, mate?
Isn't that the name of the Emperor from Star Wars? Oh, that's Palpatine, isn't it?
Right, this is the set, this is the cabin. No expenses spared on the green van. Oh, fancy seeing you here, Freya. What's happening, boys? We've got Anus on this jumper.
Mm-hmm.
Uranus.
Uranus. Unus annus. Means 1 year in Latin.
I don't believe you, I think you made it up.
You can look it up. But it does sound like anus.
You went to private school as well, didn't you? You should know that. Didn't you do like
Private school.
double Latin before you did rugby union? Started fingering each other's buttholes in the scrum. Loved a good scrum, didn't you? What?
Adam's just requested, because he's got heated seats, and now he's requested the massage seats. Let's just get that arranged for you, sir.
Oh, yeah.
So Adam's in the heated seats, massage seat. Makeup artist is still sat under a tree.
I'm told I need to stay here to protect my makeup. It's a bit loud, this. You know, the massage thing?
Shall I put some Machine Gun Kelly on?
No.
No pissing allowed.
This is a boy dying for his art here.
I won't go that far, mate. Fuck me. Lunch break for Mr. BeardMeatsFood.
Lunch break, my favourite time of day. What time is it?
People get nearly 1 o'clock, 5 to 1.
Oh, it's a bit early for me this, you know. I don't eat till 2, 3 o'clock.
People get an understanding of how you eat on the days that you're not recording.
Oh, you reckon you're going to catch it on film?
Yeah, I reckon.
Perfect.
Here he is, look.
Who's gonna? It's only about 500 calories here. This is it, man. This is the secret. If the secret is what you're looking for, this is it. Eat. It's not. I was gonna say eat bland food, but it's actually not that bad. You're gonna do a snazzy transition now.
What, into the cabin?
Yeah.
3, 2. We're back. Adam's talking about 1975 and getting makeup done.
What continuity? Do I need a bit of that cheese on my face?
Yeah. Can we get cheese on the face, please?
Bit of that stuff.
Look at him go. Look at him.
Fucking smash it. Absolute fine detail.
We're messes at this game, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we just rock up, pretend we know what we're doing, shoot it, but these guys actually know what they're doing. It's quite nice, isn't it? Right. Action!
Maybe that was a bit too erect.
Yeah, you were a bit erect there, I think you.
Go there. Action! Action. Perfect. Cut there.
Thank fuck for that, because I'm getting back out.
Finally, something went right and it got it in one. Get in.
I'll just make your eyes red and then this will look
Right, go on, we're there, we're there. Come on, Freya, give me a few more tears. Boom. One bam, thank you, ma'am.
Action.
Inside a scoop, we tried to get Jim Royal to play Adam's dad.
Can you see why?
We tried to get Jim Royal.
Yeah, that's not the most embarrassing thing. You're trying to get Academy Award winning Gary Oldman.
Yeah,
what are you fucking thinking?
Yeah, Gary Oldman as well. Who else?
We didn't try.
That fella that were on Harry Potter. That guy from Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
Barry Chuckle.
No, Paul Chuckle. Barry's there.
But Barry's over Bite Lake.
Alright.
Looks nice, that, yeah.
Happy with that?
That's sick, that, you know. That looks sick.
Thanks for helping me, it was worth it.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, guys. That's a wrap on
Can I get all
Adam.
this shit off my
Yeah,
face?
that's a wrap on Adam, everyone. Cheers, mate.
Well done, everyone.
Poor guys clapping you off set. They put a right shift in.
They did, yeah. Although I would say it's, at least if nothing else, more simple to. I mean, it's a hard job to do, but there's something quite difficult about repeatedly trying to be emotional.
It's weird watching all that back because of how long everything took. It was like 2 12-hour plus days, freezing cold, wasn't it? And you just watched it back in a few minutes.
For a video which will be the least watched video on the channel,
This year.
cost the most money. I could have done like a Mr. Beast style production for that.
But if we balance it out, we've given you the highest performing video of your channel ever
Indeed,
for the
yeah.
least amount of money. So
Actually, given me it, I mean, like that's a bit much. It was the idea was you executed it very well.
we executed the idea, didn't we, George? But man, that looked good, that, didn't it? There's the shots back there. I know obviously people have already seen the finished products at this point. Spoiler alert, we've not seen the finished product as we do this. But the shots were just like,
yeah, I think it was. It was kind of like those 2 days were a bit of a blur. Like I don't really remember anything specific from it.
I remember you for months on the podcast saying how you could be an actor, and then within 2 days on set you went, I couldn't be an actor.
Well, I think it was about 2 hours. I thought like I don't have the patience for, you know what I mean? I think I could do anything which requires like anger or like dissatisfaction, you know, if I was trying to be surly or whatever, because then you can kind of channel it.
It's not much of a stretch from reality, really. Is it?
No, but I think you can, like it's difficult because that was like there was nobody else there. Like the following scenes that I'm sure we're gonna come on to, there are other people there, so it's easier to be like affable and like just be natural. That you're pretending that you're like 70, 80 years old, everyone's dead. You've got all this dumb makeup on your face. You've got like 10, 12 people watching you. It's quite. I don't think I was affected by that. Like it wasn't embarrassing or anything. Like but it's difficult to. I don't know how actors.
You said it was hard to show emotion to like inanimate objects. You know, when you're looking down the camera lens.
I was thinking. I said to the director before we started, I'm like, I can make myself cry. I can do it. Right, give me like 5 minutes alone, bit of music, I'll be able to do it. But you can't even do that. There's no time or space to accommodate that because everyone's in there, get it lit. You need to be sat where it's lit, and then if anything kind of changes, you need to just be there the whole time. And then when they say action, you go and you take cues from the director, and you just got to try and. That's why I nearly blinded myself with Albus oil. I was literally putting like menthol shit near my eyes to make my eyes water. And then I turned my eyes crusty for like 10 days, still recovering. But yeah, it was tricky, but I hope I haven't seen the end product yet, but I hope for that it creates the effect of some kind of, it's not supposed to be sad universally, it's supposed to be sad but happy, you know. So that's why those scenes were.
And for those that listen to the podcast regularly, you won't believe this, but he didn't complain once.
I complained a bit towards the end of that day when you remember I had to put the angel on a tree and I kept like, because you know the tops of trees are like
a bit wonky.
Well, they're malleable, aren't they? So you twist them and whatnot. But because I'm old, it had to look like I was reaching, so I could just about get it on. And because of that, I'd get one take, and I'd get it on, but then they'd say, right, that take's not quite right, let's do it again. And then the take would be right, but I'd miss the fucking tree. So by the end, I was like, trying to throttle the top of the tree to death. But luckily, that was like the last scene of the day.
We're on track.
Yes, mate.
Day one.
First few shots, you're just going to have a bit of dad dancing. So then smashing the cans, getting on it. That's how we want to start it, innit? Everyone get a beer in, let's smash it and enjoy Christmas, innit?
I'm not being paid for today.
You're not being paid?
I was just telling you, your dad and your granddad, not being paid. So my expectation, my payment for today is I've been promised a Murgatroyd's fish and chips for my dinner.
I've actually bought some garlic bread.
I'll eat that then. I'll have Murgatroyd's tomorrow.
So we've cast my granddad as the granddad.
Don't be fancying me.
Granddad, how old are you?
I'm only 14, I've had a hard life.
Tough paper on. You're looking pretty fresh though there. What's going on here?
It's a perfect size seat for me.
What's that old lady that they've just made up? She's done a great job.
When you're ready, just
for
continuity.
You thought you were for a selfie, didn't you? You thought you were a celebrity then? Can I get a picture with you in a minute? I know what you were thinking.
Thank you. Action.
I've seen this film before.
This is a gun and this is a thing. This is for shooting and this is for playing with.
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. That was a good take, that, because Mum watched it.
She's right proud of you.
Action!
Bob the army!
Yeah, keep doing that.
Keep the army! Keep Bob the army! Bob the army! Have you got autographs?
And they ask you to...
Well done.
Right, on action, guys. You start pulling. Action! It's a good job.
Your granddad and I have got something in common there. He came a little bit too early, didn't he?
And action. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's the one. Got there.
I wouldn't want to meet you in like a dark alleyway on it if you were really angry. That's convincing anger.
Alright, that's day one done, pretty much. Couple more scenes left.
There's like 4 more scenes on there.
Shots. 4 more shots left.
I'm enjoying it now, though. I almost don't want it to end now. That could be like...
Yeah, you've got 2 days left.
Maybe this time tomorrow I won't be saying that. But.
George could edit towards 3 days later. You're like, I'm had enough of these.
Some good shots in there. I'd forgotten some of those. It felt like, I mean, that was the second aspect of this. So the first week was in Cumbria, where we did the cabin scene. And then the following week, there were 3 days in a row filming in a house in Bramhope. And that was the first of those days, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
But because of that, I think I've kind of forgotten all the little bits in there. Your granddad was great value, though. He was hilarious. I think unintentionally, but...
88 years old, never acted or anything before. But that's the joy of aging that long. He just does not give a fuck, does he? They just did it.
Yeah, I got that, yeah. Was it on the last podcast when we said he said my sister looked good after a few beers or something?
Yeah.
My sister looked good after a can. I suppose you can say that at that age and
you can.
Nobody really gets mad at you. But
imagine if we'd have had your nan on set as well.
Oh no, that could have been. Maybe they would have struck up. Oh no, your grand's still alive, right? I was going to say we could have struck up a relationship. Just started swinging.
Yeah, we had to cast the dad for obvious reasons, and
my dad's dead,
and the nan, because they were like the two main roles. The dad was amazing, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get, as I suggested, an actual professional actor. But that was quite funny because I was chatting to him, and it was quite clear that he was telling me he'd done Shakespeare and loads of... He does mostly like advertisements on TV now, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's done like all this top end stuff, at least on stage and whatnot. And I'm thinking, oh man, he must feel this, because the shoot was
beneath him.
It was not. Well, I don't know if I'd say beneath him, but it wasn't exactly, because Blewett was directing, and we both know, and he wasn't really taking it that. There were points that he took it seriously, because he got quite mad at you and I at one point. Right?
That might have been on that day actually. We don't have footage of that.
I think it was, yeah, but not mad actually, but. He's a good presence to have around, right? Because he was keeping us laughing. He's good for morale because he was keeping everyone joking all day long. But I think it was good for us, but I probably was quite weird for him and any of the other actors, because they're probably used to slightly more professional environments.
More serious, yeah. Like we obviously just tried to have a laugh as much as possible.
Yeah. And he was quite posh as well. So fraternising with our families probably was not quite as pleasant as otherwise could have been for him.
George, what do you reckon? Because you were on set this day, right, weren't you?
Yeah,
First
it
day.
seemed like a really sort of just fun atmosphere. Like it didn't seem serious at all.
I enjoyed the second part. Sorry, George. Go on.
I spent most of the time in the other living room anyway, just waiting.
Yeah, there's a lot of waiting about, and then until you get called onto set.
I think that's one part about being an actor. Like it looks glamorous, but a lot of it is just waiting around.
Yeah,
I feel like that after doing this, I'm thinking like how do people in like really well like critically acclaimed films? I was watching doing the scenes specifically in the lodge, and I'm thinking like, how do these films shoot like Saving Private Ryan or like Brave or like massive epics? Imagine if you're like one of the extras or just like, and you run too early when you do a battle scene or something like that. Like right, everyone goes back. Man, it must, and I guess that's why it's, or something like Mission Impossible, or something with like loads of VFX, Lord of the Rings, because it was like obviously they have a far bigger crew, but I mean how many 20 people or something variously through the
definitely
involved when you include runners, people going out.
Were you shocked by the scale of it? Because obviously, like when we led into, like obviously Josh and I did the production, and we're getting all these things in place, and I'm saying to you like, this is a massive. We really should have done it. We should have at least had 6 days, because we were cutting it fine on every single day, but the scale of it was massive.
I wish, because I actually, if you remember, I said to you, I was like, look, I've had this idea for a video, and I came with a pretty much fully realized idea, right? And then we kind of talked about scenes and whatnot, and I was like, this seems really ambitious. Can it be done? Just tell me if the answer is no, because I wasn't like under any illusion, and you were like, nah, I'm pretty sure it can be done. And then when the fucking invoices start coming and they're on set, I'm like, oh man, this is like so much for something. Like it's basically 50 hours of work without any of the pre-production or post-production for what is going to be basically a 4-minute video.
Yeah.
Which is just mad.
And Josh and I, you guys imagine, you came to us with an idea of what it is. Then Josh and I spent at least 2 days writing the idea. So like every scene, this is just brainstorming, 2 days at least, brainstorm. Right, this is the vision. Then we brought that back to you, changed it about a bit, got the shot list in place, and then we had to then go, right, we need 2 sets, which was chaotic, mate. Like trying to find those 2 sets, the crew, the people, and we were... So the night before, you were in the studio. So the night before day 1 of filming, I didn't get the invoice for locations until 4 p.m. So bearing in mind all these moving parts, there must be 10, 15 people need to be in Cumbria the morning after, and I didn't pay that invoice till then. So it was crazy.
Day 4, how you feeling, mate?
Starting to flag a little bit now, I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I'll be alright once I've eaten a little bit later on, but like I think I'm low on energy. Fortunately, I don't really have to do much this morning. I think a lot of my emotional scenes and stuff like that were yesterday.
I think luckily for you, we've got the extinguishing of the turkey this morning.
Yeah, I don't have to do that. I just get to laugh at Babs doing it. They're going to be the camera. You can't see it, but the camera's positioned on the floor. There you go, behind that piece of glass. So imagine the camera is the turkey, and she's going to be spraying this real fire extinguisher at the camera. The £40,000 cinema camera. That's half the fire extinguisher kind of thing.
I'm like, stop, because it's just filling with fucking CO2. I'm like, stop. I thought everyone was going to die at that point. I thought that went
well ventilated. You'll be alright. It's smoking here.
Someone's just burnt a turkey, mate, I think.
Is that what's going on? Are you happy with this scene?
Angela, mate, Angela. She can't cook for shit. I'm not after hers for Christmas.
Yeah, no wonder Adam goes out for all his meals. Fucking hell.
Action!
Oh no, not speaking part.
Yeah, don't worry, it's not audio.
Do I need my lips doing this bit?
Oh my god.
What do you hit burn or something? Shut the fuck up. I quite like that look. I might go on the Christmas party like this.
I think you should.
Like Jesus, don't I?
I wonder how many people are actually going to turn up. We told everyone on the podcast. It's now
Nobody.
9th of December.
Nobody.
Leeds City
3
Centre.
people. All the listeners we have. 3 people.
Someone just accidentally let off 2 trumps, but right in front of Paul. And I think he just politely pretended.
Oh no. I'm gonna powder and then come back.
He's gonna fucking kill me for this. Just politely pretending he hadn't heard. She just like kept doing it. She wanted it.
Good shadow on the wall. You can't see it, but when you're that way, it's funny.
Look at me, got it?
Fuck off!
It's like witches, isn't it? Mark, thank you. Angela, I'll tell you when to turn. Okay. Right, start flapping, and action. Turn around, Angela.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, cut that. Action. Happiest Christmas and action.
Action 2. What's the idea?
So the idea is Lindsay, who is Mrs. Beard, is going to be sat here watching TV, and then her father-in-law is going to be fast asleep and he's fallen on her, he's too drunk, and she just feels a bit awkward, so she's just going to be like that.
Look how awkward she is.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pause this.
Right.
Watch you dogs, and all men of this age are your
Sorry, lad.
This Lindsay look good after a few Guinnesses. Is that what's happening here?
She's probably actually really attracted to him. She likes old dudes. When I say old, I don't mean like George Clooney. I mean like Harrison Ford, like 82, 83 old.
He's a very attractive
He is.
old man.
I'm
He
not saying
is.
he's not.
Happy family, look. You're missing a few members, but
I'm just saying, you can tell who's the actor and who isn't. Good looks. How many of your side of actually?
What am I looking at?
So we're almost coming to the close of day 4, meaning we are 80% of the way through the shoot, and tomorrow it's mostly the band shots. Somebody tackling a Christmas tree, which I can't wait to see, and then some band shots. Somebody be my element there. Got my new Fender Duo Sonic, not sponsored by Fender, it's just a really nice guitar. We're gonna rock out, not with our cocks out, just normally, with fully clothed, rocking out. It's gonna be good.
That was quality watching that back in I forgot, like, it looks so calm compared to what it actually was like. because there were so many shots. We ran to the death every day till like 6:30, but that makes it look like we just smashed it. We didn't smash it.
It looked kind of somewhat relaxed there, but it was hectic. It wasn't relaxed.
And there's so many moving parts. When we saw Grandma getting the turkey slid across the kitchen island and then legging it outside, so Josh blew it, directed all this, but there were certain points where I had to like overrule that direction, which you were happy about, because there were so many moving parts going on, like the choreography of people moving about, but you've got to look at like the continuity of like, is there enough smoke? Was that the right sort of emotion that we're getting? So Josh was happy of a bit of assistance there, I think. And I think you were happy as well on certain occasions.
Yeah, the thing about Josh is that he wants to make films, right?
Yeah.
So, which is perfectly, and he did a great job, I'm sure, of this, but like, I think you got to realize that sometimes what might be a really dramatic and good shot it's going to be too long, or, so it needs to be in time with it's probably like its own. I bet there are people that just direct music videos, right? As opposed to directing anything else. It's probably like its own specialist area.
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he was a perfectionist about it though as well. There was a lot of times when he was like, no, we really need to get this, which I was happy of, because I wouldn't want something to go in there and just think like, yeah, we'll get whatever and it'll work, because you can never shoot too many times, can you?
No.
Although it might be, people at the time, it must be hard as a director though, because you might have people thinking, oh God, not again. I know I probably said that to him a few times.
Yeah.
So, but ultimately that's for safety, isn't it? So you make sure you've got the shot, and even if one take was good, maybe the next one will be even better, right? And then if it's not, at least you can use the good one.
Yeah.
So.
Heather, who you don't see much of on there, was the assistant director, so she was the one that kept us all in check. She was trying to keep us on schedule every single day.
Yeah, she did a good job, a great job of like keeping everyone kind of calm, and informed. I'll say we didn't even talk about the catering as well. We got everyone was eating pizza, like not me, of course, but like that was basically the whole week was eating pizza.
Every morning I was in like Asda before 8 o'clock, just filling a trolley like with food, just because obviously that many people on set. Teas, coffees, sandwiches, protein bars, salads, pizzas.
You looked out for me, didn't you? You got me a salad and
I am
a
like
couple
his
protein bars.
I'm like
day.
his proper like his carer. I get him like the salad, chicken breasts, protein bars. I got it down to a tea at the end. So at least we got that right.
You got me the premium ones as well. You got the grenade. Normally I would never eat a protein bar, but just
necessity.
It's when there's not room for me to set up and eat a salad for like an hour. On those days that we were a bit tight for time, weren't we? Because a lot of times we went behind. So I've just got to eat, and I wasn't eating at the same time as the cast because I fast for a long period of time. So I might eat like 3 or 4 or whatever, and I just eat like a chicken salad. But then it's easier to just bang 2 protein bars and get on with it than to be cooking all kinds of stuff.
That'll be a good insight for people to see what you actually eat like on the off days, because that's like a question that even I get asked a lot. So basically, massive salad and some chicken, and you try to get 150 grams of protein in a meal, as big as possible.
Yeah, well, at least I'll make somewhere between 150 and 170 pound per gram per pound of body weight ish.
Last day, let's get it.
Welcome to the last day of filming. When are you coming back on the podcast?
I keep asking him to let me come back. He's not allowing it, but I've got plenty of evidence to say that people want a bit more. So I think you need to give the fans what they want.
I say what the fans want. I don't say fans, subscribers. Please keep watching. Filming me waking up in the morning, looking dishevelled naturally, and I suppose running downstairs.
Are you going to use like a stunt cock, or are you going to have like morning wood?
Actually, for it to be genuine and believable, I'm going to have a perfectly flaccid penis in this scene. Never get that. I'm too old these days.
Action! Got there?
So the plan is, Paul's going to stumble forward after he's a few Guinnesses, left hand into the tree, take it past the point of tipping, and then fall onto his right shoulder safely on the floor there. What could possibly go wrong? We don't have the insurance for this. We just hope they don't hurt himself.
Action!
Don't forget about what
cut!
Yes!
Oh, good on it.
Yes, Paul!
Do it again, I missed it.
One
Yeah.
take wonder.
That's what I want.
Let's go.
This is taking so much effort to this burping now.
Just burp, it's fine.
No, you don't want my
Yeah,
kind
really don't.
of. Take your makeup off. You go down to a normal layer.
Oh, he's awful, isn't he? Booze hound.
Oh, it's been tough with this. 10 years living with Mrs. Beard. This is what happens to you.
Just being insulted by your granddad.
My granddad?
Yeah, says that I look better after a can, and now I'm getting this.
Right, time is 2:45. The band didn't even set up yet, and we've got till 5 o'clock to get this done now. So we've got 2 hours and 15 minutes to shoot everything.
I'm costume.
I thought we were going to get started like a little bit earlier, so now I've had like 7, maybe 8 beers. Right, so like kind of like, if we're doing the end of the song, yes, kind of smiley, like positive energy.
Come on, coming from Mr. Positive.
Who is this?
Posh chord that, Tom. Posh.
Hi. He's merry now, and look at him,
Passionate.
this dickhead. He's like 8 beers in.
Quite likeable when you're drunk.
He was. The jolly beard.
Wait, I've got a song for you, Josh. Come here.
For me?
Not for Josh.
Oh, this little room.
How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave.
Just serenade him.
I can't play the rest because it's like it's all in drop 2
Look at
minutes.
his eyes. Look at his eyes.
Not too much. I thought we had we didn't have as long, so I ended up drinking like 7 or maybe 8 beers.
Are you boys ready out there?
That's kind of cringy, the end part with the band. It's all pretty cringy, but that was...
Why, because you were so drunk?
No, I did actually get quite dry. I just kind of panicked a bit, and I thought, like, I need to loosen up a little bit. So, I think I had 4 beers, a rather splendid toffee apple Copperberg cider, and then 2 other ciders. And then I stole the owner of the house's porn star martini. Sorry, mate. But I mean, we paid you 1,200 quid a day, I think, so probably that's in with the price, surely.
It's got to be at least one porn star martini.
Yeah.
It was nice watching that back, though. It just doesn't do it justice for how long it took. I can't get over it.
I would be like, what are they talking about? It looks like it's really easy.
It's just the condensed version.
Yeah.
How was the experience, Ted? Did you enjoy it?
I was kind of, oddly, I was a bit sad at the end. Not that I ever get really emotional about it, right? But I was like, I'm kind of sad. I would love to be able to do that for a job, like, all the time.
Yeah.
I don't mean like act, I just mean like be involved in that in some way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was such a good group of people. Like, it were like a little family at the end, wasn't it? Because it was just such long, intense days for 5 days. By the end of it, you've just got to know each other pretty well, haven't you?
Yeah, it was. It's weird, isn't it? That you don't know each other at all, right? At first, and by the end of it, you kind of feel like you've done something together. You know, I just hope the end product is. I'm sure it will be, but I hope the end product is good, and that everyone that was involved in doing it enjoys what it looks like in the end. You know,
yeah, it's got to. And so the obviously the ending. Is it subjective, or are we going to agree on the fact?
It's a bit like
it's like Inception, the spinning.
That's why I said to you, it's like Inception, where the top's spinning and it wobbles a bit. But yeah, the ending of it is where it comes out back to the old man who's now happy, having remembered this Christmas day, and the mince pie drops right as it gets out and the music stops. So that was me just saying, like I said, he's dead, and the two of you both looked at me like, well, he can't die then. That's a bit sad. I'm like, nah, because it's not sad, is it? Because that's like, he's all alone in the universe now. and now that was his last memory. Now he's gone off to, pastures new. I don't want to say like he's just dead in a fucking vacuum. That would be like, that'd be bad. But let's imagine that there's an afterlife. It's that time of year, right? And he goes off to spend it with his family that have all been long since deceased.
Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. First, such an emotionless man. You've done well there, kid.
Yeah, it was really good. I would love to. You know what I said to you after the second day in Cumbria? Do you remember? I said to you, "We're never doing this again, never ever." And then by the end of the third day in the second part of the shoot up in Bramhope, I was like, "We're doing this next year, and we're gonna make a film. We're gonna make like something really big next year." I don't know if I'll follow through on that, but like, it was. I'm glad that we did because every year it's gone up a notch, hasn't it? Like the first year is basically just a couple of lights and handheld stuff. Then the next year a little bit more. Then the cheesecake one, we thought that was a big deal. And then this one was just maybe 4 or 5 times as big as anything else.
Yeah, it was astronomical, wasn't it? Like the first 3 I just shot it. 4th one I directed and let Josh shoot it. And then this one I had to just step back at another level and just produce it because it was just too big of a machine, which was even funny when we were on set because half the people didn't even know what I were there for. And it's like, I spent all my time bringing it together. At that point, it's your turn, kids. Pull this thing out of the bag.
Yeah, it must have been quite a relaxing time for you, generally.
No, it wasn't.
Relaxing is probably the wrong word, but you didn't have to. I'm glad you were there to like oversee it, but you were really kind of like production manager more than creative director.
I had to keep you on set, mate. That was it.
Yeah, I was all right. The last 3 days I was cool. It was the first 2 were quite difficult though. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing a little peek behind the door of the production of this year's Christmas music video. If you've downloaded it or streamed it so far, thank you very much. Hope many more of you will continue to stream it, especially the OGs, the podcast listeners, although you probably repaid me by turning up and listening every week relentlessly to us talk drivel. But I really appreciate it, and all the proceeds from streams and downloads, just like last year, year before that, go to the Stroke Association. And when I say proceeds, I mean everything, not just profit. Everything from that song and all the other embarrassing songs I've done, to the end of time, we'll be going to the Stroke Association. And I think that's pretty much everything. Have a nice Christmas, and maybe I'll see you again this time next year for another one when I recover from this one. Peace.